just even though I know you enjoy playing games, most of the time we'll get right to a question. You enjoy a good game from time to time.
I don't know what the fuck.
Tell him,
Making
Scott.
shit up.
Okay.
Tell him you don't know what the fuck you talking about.
You call me a fucking Game Boy?
Yeah.
A fucking Game Boy over
That's
here?
a good one. I wish I would have thought enough to say.
That's what we're talking about, Game
that,
Boy.
you know what I'm
Talking about
saying?
Game Boy, Mike
what
Tyson
I'm
Punch Out.
Yeah. Okay.
Remember Game Boy, the first one though came out, had the green screen and shit.
Yeah, you couldn't play that in the dark.
I do.
You couldn't play Punch
I
Out.
do.
Until they bought not on Game Boy. Nah, you can't play Punch Out on Game Boy. You got to play on regular Nintendo. But when that little shit came out, and it was like a little running Mario, looked like just like a little figure, like an etch a sketch.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And then when you realize how they was creating phone screens and video game screens back then.
I noticed Eve been talking a lot about games.
Technology, man.
He's right.
That's your Game Boy right there.
Yeah, it's right there. Apparently.
Fucking Game Boy.
I'm also
I never
Merlin.
said it. You
I'm
called
also
yourself.
fucking
Pretty sure
Merlin
you
the
did.
I
Magician.
said you like to play games. You made it a Game Boy. I just said you like to play games.
That's
I like playing games.
saying the same thing. It's just different.
No,
words.
it's not.
Different, same
A,
thing.
a Game
different-
Boy? It's like if I say you like to play boy, you know, and then I called you a ball boy. See how weird that sounds? It's not the same thing. It's a little different.
Nobody's calling me a ball
All right,
boy.
see how you feel? All right. Would you rather be loved? Let me put this out there. Okay. Let me get myself together. Twin, would you rather be loved but misunderstood or respected but feared?
Loved and misunderstood,
Yes.
or
Or
respected and feared.
yes.
I mean, I want to be loved.
Right.
Yeah, right.
Even though it may come with it may come at the price of you being misunderstood.
I think I'm often misunderstood.
Yeah, me too.
I think the answer's probably pretty.
I can feel loved and misunderstood at the same time.
Some people out there will want respect and fear. Ike Turner, that's what he wants.
You think so? I don't know. I mean, I don't. I mean,
she sing the damn song.
yeah.
I know how to sing the song. I got wrote it. You wrote
Yeah,
the song
yeah.
and you forgot the word.
I mean, I can't say you wrong, eh? I'm not Ike.
Both things can be true.
Yeah. I think the thing about being loved or misunderstood is like somebody. If you ask a person why do they love you, right? And
Take them more.
huh?
You hear music?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everywhere, yeah. Over there.
No, you
But
alright?
yeah. Game Boy.
Yeah, no.
Gone.
What are you talking about?
Nah,
know
I'm
what I'm
fine. I'm just making sure.
When you love when somebody love you, but then you ask them, you say, all right, what do you love about me? Because I think it's easy to say you love somebody. I don't think it should be, but I think people do say it. You know what I mean?
You don't think it should be?
Nah. I think love is one of those things, bro. It's like you should be careful who you love, man. Who you love, what you love. Even a matter of fact, I'm going to go as deep as saying you should be careful with who you allow to love you, in my opinion. I don't think everybody should be able to love you. I know that you might be like, yo, that's beyond your control.
I think it's easy for me to
I
love.
think it's. You think so?
Yeah. But it depends on how you see love. See, it's different forms of it.
Now, how you see love will make it easy to love.
Right. Well, God told me to love everybody. Love
Okay.
others as you love yourself.
Yeah,
Meaning, I love people so much that I truly want the best for all of them.
I get the part as far as that from a
Right.
biblical
So that's why I
foundational
say it.
piece.
But that's why.
But what is it specifically for you? It seems like I get the blueprint of what you're saying.
Well, I literally, genuinely love everybody. But I think if we're talking about like an intimate love, no, that's different. That's something that's got to be grown into.
Yeah,
see
because you
what
say
I'm
all the time, ain't that you that be saying all the time? I love everybody, but I don't like everybody.
Absolutely.
I think I can have love
Yeah.
for people, but I don't know if I love them.
Nah, and I think that's what people get mixed up. But to have love, I love. When I tell you I love everybody because I genuinely want the best for them, it really comes from the fact and the peace. This is what helps build my peace. From the place of when you look at when you read the word, you look at commandments and things of that nature and different things, but it tells you to love people love your neighbor like you love yourself.
Mm-hmm.
That's why it makes it easy for me, because I don't want to hate part of bone in my body. It's gonna be things I don't like a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, I love everybody, but I don't like everybody. But I love everybody. That's why I can never be a villain. But I can be one at the same time. See how that just switched up?
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
I'm almost concerned.
Because guess what? Because I love myself still.
Yeah.
That's the only way I know how to love is by loving myself.
Okay.
You understand what I'm saying? But it takes a humbling to be that way. You gotta really humble yourself to understand and say, I genuinely love everybody, but I don't like everybody.
Yeah, I think so too. I think that
because I'm not in a competition with anybody. That's what sometimes people got to be humble at. But I want you. I want everybody to be great with what they're supposed to be. However, some people may look and say, well, then you want everybody to be great. Some things don't line up, right? Some things I may not agree with. No, but I still love that person. Do I want them to be hateful and be negative? No. Do I want them to kill people? You know how stuff be because they feel like they understand. No, I don't want. That's not what I'm saying.
Sure.
You know what I mean? But I do love everybody, just because we're supposed to.
You kind of said what, like a competition or something, but is respect and fear?
That was the other one.
Would you say that falls more into, if we're gonna use it, where like that's competitive in a way, whereas loving is
right. That's why I said I'm not in competition with anybody. Right. That's why it's easy for me to love. Right. But I think the people who will choose respect and fear, it's a different form of fear too, like a reverential fear, meaning like I'm not physically scared of that person. I'm not even physically, but I still fear crossing them because I just don't want that problem with them because I respect them that high. Mm-hmm. You see what I'm saying? And when it's like that, it depends because they kind of fall in line. But loved and misunderstood, that's where sometimes they'll look at certain things to say, people say stuff like, oh, bad things happen to good people.
Okay.
But I don't think that when bad things happen to good people, it's because of a lack of love for that person. It's just something that happens at times. You get what I'm saying? So my point I'm making, man, is bottom line is what I'm saying in this whole situation is I don't want to choose between that. But what got me to saying all this was I said it's easy for me to love. Yeah. Because I genuinely do. Yeah. That's what got me to saying everything.
I was asking
but in that, I still would like to be loved and misunderstood because I don't want you to fear me. I don't want you to fear me in no type of way. I want you to feel like his energy is good. When I'm around, let's have a good time. Let's have a ball. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? But I know going a little deeper that some people, that's just how they need somebody to keep them in line. I want you to be free as me and have fun and enjoy. You know what I mean? And say, I love E because E just genuinely like having a good time. Sure. He wants me to win. Sometimes he be going in left field. I don't know what the fuck he be talking about because people say it all the time about me now. Yeah. But I'm just being misunderstood for that moment.
That's all.
Then I bring it back. Yeah. So I think my life shows that. Yeah. Yeah.
I don't think people understand.
And I did all that without any blow. That's what's great about it. The subject, no LSD, no nothing like that.
Hey. Like, oh, I forgot. And y'all, that's exactly why y'all two in the same frame. Like, that's exactly why y'all two in the same frame.
Plus
that's
dome.
Exactly
plus
why.
Dome. Plus dome.
No dome.
Plus dome. That's off the dome.
Off the dome. Dome, blow, LSD, all that happened in about a minute. That was crazy. I'm going to say that the part with...
And Contra codes.
And Contra codes.
Yeah, and gay Contra.
And there it is. I knew that was coming.
Nothing about that.
I mean, we all know Contra was gay.
Yeah.
Come on. Yeah. No, it wasn't. It was a solid game. It was good.
Gay. It's gay.
Hey, yo. Yeah, okay. All right.
Gay.
So the opposite of it, the other one besides, like we said, Love but misunderstood was respected but feared.
Yeah.
Right.
So how realistic is like all right, so let's say if we did go respect and fear. Right? We're not. I think we all pretty much agree
Love
on
and misunderstood.
love and misunderstood. So is it genuine? Is your respect genuine if it's fueled by fear?
No. I don't want
So-
to. I'm not saying it can't be, because two things could be true. We say that a lot.
Right.
But I wouldn't want my respect. I was getting ready to say, because when you asked me a question, I had an answer ready because I kind of see where you was going.
Yeah.
But that question, if you still got more to it, I want to hear it.
No, I was just
To the
no, I
question,
was just
because you was asking the question.
I would like just now. I wouldn't even ask it. I was just making a point about the other option. But I mean, basically, how genuine is the respect
Right.
if it's fueled
Fear.
by fear?
Right. I agree.
And I'm only saying that as okay. So we were all kids at one point before we became adults,
right.
and at some point or another, our parents, if they disciplined us, we feared discipline. Right? We feared the discipline, even though we knew what we were doing probably was wrong. We had to get corrected on it, whatever it was, whether it was punishment, a beating, they took things from you, whatever your parents did in that situation. We respected our parents. Did we have a fear of being disciplined? Sure. But is that why they got our respect? I don't think so.
No.
I think it's a little bit different, right?
Because we actually loved them.
Right.
So that's why I was getting ready to go. Even though they separated love, they had it where it was love and misunderstood or respected and feared.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I think building that is just, they're making a person change. Because I think most people are loved and respected. Because usually when you love somebody,
right. See, that's
you
why
respect them.
that's why I don't present them a certain way. That's why
Right.
those are easy.
Right. No.
Right.
No,
those are
I
the easy.
understand
Like
that. No, I
we was talking about, like with peace.
It
like
wouldn't
we
be a
talking about-
conversation with.
True. It
Right.
wouldn't. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Those are too easy. But when you look at it, because you got to give up something. And when you look at the first one, which is loved and misunderstood.
Yeah.
Everybody wants to be loved, I would believe in reality. Nobody wants to be misunderstood. But misunderstandings happen all the time. The
Right.
people that
That's
you love.
life.
That's life,
And you
right?
love them because we get past them.
Right. But misunderstanding is a byproduct of a person not being perfect.
Period.
Right? So there's no perfection in it. Somebody's always going to do something that's probably misunderstood, but you still love them. The other way, respected but feared. Now, yeah, everybody wants respect. Does everybody want to be feared? No. You know what I'm saying? But it kind of is one of those things where it's like, damn, even if I pick that one, at what cost? Everything I've been talking about lately has been what's the premium for it? What's the price for it?
So what I think what you basically saying, and I agree with what you're saying here. And I know you got to separate the questions, do all that. I'm just getting back. But what I think is, subliminally, me personally, I'm just speaking for me,
Absolutely.
is, again, that principle that I stand on.
True.
Love your neighbor as you love yourself.
Right.
I love people because I respect them.
Sure.
Because they're human beings.
Sure.
So, but love is still going to always be first, because that's how it was said to me when I read
Yeah.
it. That's how I felt it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Sure.
But to make the question interesting, respected, and feared, you know what I mean? You got to do love and misunderstood. But even in that, even when you read religion, to some people it's misunderstood, even though it's just telling you a story to give you a lesson.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Teachings and things of that nature. But you have to follow what your piece is.
Sure.
And that's
Sure.
the biggest thing. That's all. That's
Sure.
all I got to say on it.
Sure.
You know?
Which one did you say, bro? You said did you
Love.
Well, loved and misunderstood for sure, but I'm like trying to think about like to be feared.
Right.
Like, what does that mean?
Exactly,
You know, like,
Scott.
And
Why would you want to be feared? Like,
and if
but there's some out there.
because that's why I used the example of
I
parent to
think
child.
trauma.
Possibly, but that's why I use the concept of parent to child. Every parent, for the most part that I know, you want your child to respect you, right?
I want my kids to fear me.
Nah.
But okay.
I know what you're saying.
So let me do this thing.
Right.
I get that, but if the concept is this, if they're disrespecting you,
Okay.
now if they're
I
disrespecting
get
you,
that part. I get that part.
what are you counteracting disrespect with?
Respect.
But you tried to start the respect part, right?
No.
What
Respect
do you?
by enforcing fear.
And so
that
sometimes
actually is love.
Right. There you go.
So
that's what I was
it
about
all
to
circles
say.
right?
back,
There you go.
Or and that's a great point. Or is it the only way that you think that you know how to get that point across?
That's as a parent. Now as a child, when you did something wrong and you first turned around, you instantly got nervous and got scared. Not fear like, oh, they gonna beat me. Is with me, I love mom and dad so much that I didn't want to let them down.
Yeah, me, I was getting beat.
No,
That's
that's just how I was.
But guess what? That was never enough deterrent for me not to do it.
Right, here we go though. So what I learned was by showing them this respect that I was wrong, my consequences were always much lower. Because I didn't
Absolutely.
I did.
Yeah.
I didn't. Like I'm not even calling him like a liar. He didn't lie about doing anything, right? I didn't lie about doing anything. But when I did it, I was just like, when they would say it, I'd be like, "No, you're right. You're absolutely right. I don't, I got beside myself. I don't know why I even did that." And and they would look at me like,
yeah,
they respect me because he loved me enough to tell me the truth.
Absolutely.
Now, he wouldn't lie. Don't get it wrong.
Yeah.
But it was his energy. I did that because I was going to do it.
Or I got caught or whatever, right?
All right, man, y'all got me, man. I don't care, man.
Or I got warned to the point where I knew the consequences.
Right.
I talked to this guy earlier today in the pizza place. I don't know his name. I wish I did. I shout him out.
Yeah.
Cool guy. And
Cool guy from the pizza place. Shout out to you, bro.
What up, brother?
Yeah. What's his name?
I told him that one of the things that I know their parents dealt with back in the day, and I would assume is still standing now. I'm a man of acting on what I tell you.
Right.
So if I tell you there's consequences for your actions, when you commit those actions, I have to execute the consequences. I have to. We're not going to keep going back and forth with it because all that's happening is we're both playing the line. Child saying, I got this close before I was able to talk my way out of that. I ain't getting nothing from that. Where the concept of back in the day, you get jacked up when you act up. I'm not saying that that's what it needs to be, but the reality of it is some people turned around and said, with this one here, I got to give him everything I told him I was going to give him if he did it. I got to do it. I got to do it because if I don't do it, it's not about me. What he's not going to respect me.
Yeah,
so I don't need them to fear me. So that's the tricky part.
Right.
With that is because sometimes the discipline or the reaction to that situation is not because I want you to fear me, but I can't let you disrespect me.
Right. And what it was with that, because what it was is it's a form of discipline.
Yeah.
Right. And like I said, you heard me say my consequences will be lower. I never said I didn't get it.
They came with consequences. Yeah.
I never did. I never said it, but it was the way I went about it when I was caught and what I did. I was, first of all, I'm like, the quicker I admit my wrong and really genuinely mean it, the quicker I can get over this. And now it's like a game to me. Like, I don't want to try to get away with it again, but what could I have done different not to get caught?
Sure.
Right?
Sure. And I'm not comparing you to a criminal, but that's the concept of that.
But that's how my mentality is with everything.
Yeah.
Not to get caught. Like, so if I'm trying to study for a test and I turn around and I see, man, why I keep there's study quizzes online to show you the area where you were failing at the most, get you in troubled area.
Right.
So now I got to go in there and say, what am I missing in this section to do this? I analyze everything, and I've done that since I was a kid. For example, when I call people on my cell phone, I still dial everybody's phone number that I call to remember for number repetition. You see how I spit out the Mike Tyson cool.
Yeah.
That's all like challenge for me, like in my mind. So when I do something wrong, it's the same. I got that same energy towards it. What I can do to do this better.
That makes sense.
So I realized, okay, with my parents, for example, I remember this. Graduated high school. Signed up for technical school. At that technical school, I felt like they lied to me about everything they said we wasn't going to do when they sold me on coming to the school. Come home, that school ain't for me. Parents sit back. I'm telling you, they already done started taking the money. It was like, you gonna get the financial aid. You gonna do whatever you want to do. Whatever. I'm like, nah. We done gave them the check we had to give them because they had to come out of their pocket,
Okay.
right? And because you just graduated, ain't had nothing, and we can't get it back. I said no. We got to the 17th. Today the 11th. Go upstairs. I walked upstairs, but I stopped halfway up. And I heard them both say, he had all this, how he know it was 17? He had all that lined up, this and that, because I knew when I presented it.
Right.
So it worked both ways for me. When I got in trouble and when I was trying to get
Right.
out of something I didn't want to do that I knew they were going to try to talk me out of. And that was my golden ticket of loving everybody, saying that the way I fueled that was.
Oh, that's how you got back there? I'm
No.
like, how do we
No. My golden ticket for doing that is that I love them enough to know that, to tell them that, listen, I love you so much that I'm telling you how I really feel and I'm letting you down easy. But if you try to counter me with some BS, I'm prepared for it all because I love me more. That was my fuel.
Yeah. I mean,
But everything that I do, I'm dead serious. That's how I go. Because that's the only way I know how to love.
The loving yourself
Yeah.
is obviously. I mean, this is there's a whole lot of truth to that.
That's how you got back around there.
I told y'all.
I'm sorry, man.
He'd take you to Cowwood Park to go to Quaker Bridge Mall, man.
Guess what, though?
What?
I swear to God, he the best. I think he be forgetting where he at, man. He just be like,
He's talking about how I went over in left field, then brought it
then
back.
I went over there.
But guess what? That's what the biggest thing about that whole thing was.
Right.
It's my brother. He loves me.
Yeah.
At that time, I was misunderstood. There we go.
What happened to him? What you about to
He
say?
made an
man?
address up. Nah, bullshit.
What you about to say, man?
When you said the
He crazy.
when you said the respected and feared, I wasn't thinking parents.
Oh, okay. What was you thinking?
I was thinking about like just some ego.
Oh,
asshole
okay.
That's like basically just
Oh, some
like
bravado
I want to
type
be big
thing.
and bad. I want
Yeah.
to be respected and feared.
The
and,
bully.
right? And in that,
Okay.
I see someone that doesn't love themselves at all.
There you go.
Okay.
And
When
it's
you look
gonna
at it like
be-
that, I
it's
like
gonna
that.
Be trapped. Is going to be trapped in a not loved and misunderstood.
I like that,
Although
Scotty.
maybe they're understood completely because
Right.
you
It could
see-
be.
But like, so that's what I was thinking. So when you brought it to the parents and the child,
Yeah.
That's the
Yes.
best example.
Because we're not bad guys.
Yeah.
So it was pointless for me to kind of come from that place. Like, that's not who we are as
yeah,
people.
we can't be the villain.
Right. Like he said. But
you
it
can't
could
be
be at the
villain,
same time.
but we could
But
be
it's
at
a
the same
choice. You know what I mean? So basically, most of the people we talking about, like you said, I think the big bad wolf guy, whoever,
Yeah.
he get up in the morning intentionally waiting to be the big bad wolf. I don't think he get up in the morning like, if somebody's nice to me, I'm gonna be nice. I think he just like,
Right, just
people
to
don't
make-
respect me unless I'm the big bad wolf,
Unless I'm scary.
Yeah.
won't-
I don't.
and if you're getting respect, and if you're getting people's respect
Yeah.
through them fearing you, then that's not really.
It's not
respect.
genuine.
That's what I said.
is
I
what
don't
you
think
were saying.
this is what I'm saying. I don't think that there's real respect.
But what if they got that Montana in them?
Oh, they
That's might give
they
them the
under,
ego
they
and the
underneath
muscle.
they underneath for
That
dangerous controlled
You
substances.
blow
I
that
mean,
shit out.
Yeah, you blow that. There you go.
You blow that
That's what
shit
we
out.
wouldn't know that though. None of us would know that.
Wow. No.
No.
But I'm assuming that's what happens. But you know what I'm saying. But
Yeah.
nah, I think that, like you guys are saying, I mean, I think being feared. I don't know a cool way to be feared. I don't maybe if you like, oh, we got to play against Kobe.
Only
Bryant
cool.
tomorrow
And,
night.
hey, DeVito, I thought you was gonna play with my frog. He was trying to be fair. The bully on class act.
I have no.
I'm telling y'all, dog. Like, man.
No, you understood what I was
I
saying.
don't understand. What
You don't know
You
what
make
class
a lot
act?
of movie analogies.
the
Tony
movie,
Montana,
class act?
the
Yeah,
frog
you couldn't
dude.
play.
I mean,
I'm telling you, that's
When he said, when the dude was like, hey, DeVito, I thought he was gonna play with my frog. The bully, he thought
That's
he was
really
the
how
tough
his
guy.
mind worked, dog. Like he really.
Your mind works that way.
I think that how is it a cool way to be feared? Because I still don't even think
In the
people-
boxing ring.
I don't want to be feared.
I think you respect his abilities. I don't think you fear him.
I don't think you fear him because you get in it.
Yeah, that's
But
right.
some
You
people-
usually don't get in the
some
ring
people
with things
fear
you're
it
scared
might
of.
be
Some
feared
people
at all.
fear it Mike.
Well,
You seen
I
once
think
they
that
got punched,
people understood
they respected that punch, but he didn't. Really
Mike's
wanna kill
Mike's ability to hurt
him.
you.
Yeah.
But I think that fear makes you not even become a boxer.
All right.
You know what I'm saying?
I
Like,
was on the phone with you, putting up my equipment.
okay,
Dog was loose.
that's different.
And you said, you still a dog.
Yeah, you still a dog.
You
It's a
said-
possibility.
so you
And what
respect that
okay, but
dog
what did they say?
because you feared it.
Listen, what did they? No,
Right?
not only that. Yes, I do.
Yeah.
But I will say this though. They also say the animal sense what?
Fear.
Okay, so what is it an animal that sees in you that all of a sudden it makes? And then even if they sense it, let's say that they do, what do they do with it once they sense it? They become less. They become less fearful of you because they see you're scared of it.
Some of them do.
Yeah, but I just think that most things in life, like I said, if it's fear based, I think it's short lived anyway. And I don't think there's a whole lot of there's a level of respect, but I don't think it's genuine. I think it's disingenuine. But
A whole lot.
it can be me, man.
A whole lot of
I agree.
learning stems from fear. Right?
Yeah.
A whole lot of learning in life,
Right.
surviving,
Mm-hmm.
in some ways stems from fear.
Yeah.
But to want to be feared, I don't have any desire.
I don't wanna
want
be feared.
Fear,
at all.
I don't wanna be
fear is not for me. Is this?
I want to be
and I ask y'all to.
but I don't want to be feared.
Yeah, you want to be. So that's why I said it's a tough place though.
So to blend, the loved and misunderstood versus the maybe that's an easy decision for us.
Right.
But what if it's like loved and not respected? What if it was those?
That's easy too. That because that happens so often. Like loving, bro.
Not occasionally.
No, but the same. You talking about all? Okay, all right. So
Yeah, if you're
love
just
and
just not respected.
how you love
Maybe-
me. How do you really love
How
me?
is that even really?
That's
love?
what I'm saying. So see what happens. Like you can't. It don't work that
Yeah,
way.
that's what I said.
It don't work
That's
that
why
way.
I
You
said
know
the
what I'm
other way
saying?
when a person loves a person, they genuinely
That's why
respect
when he said what he said about I love everybody, said the third. I said for me it's not easy that way because the reason why I'm explaining why it's not easy that way is because I look at love very differently. I want the best for you. I don't even have to know you. You know what I'm saying? I love you. Love is a little bit different for me. Love. You know, because my actions are going to determine. Oh, this person actually has love. Like if you got a question if I love you, that's a little bit different, right?
But
Like
I still believe it's levels of love. See, I think people.
it is levels.
Yeah.
It is.
I don't love them like I love everybody. Like I love certain motherfuckers.
Well, if you say that, then you say that. But when you said that before, like for me, I'm
but I
like, nah, I
still
don't love
love
everybody.
them.
I don't love
I
everybody.
don't like everybody.
Yeah, you said you don't like everybody. I'm the other way. I don't love everybody.
But you.
I like the concept, or I like the thought of everybody being
Again.
successful, living, doing the right things. But I don't love you,
But
brother.
what
I ain't
did I?
gonna lie.
But what
and
did
tell
I?
you
But
that.
what did I tell you? It came from. Love your neighbor like you love
Oh,
yourself.
true.
Right?
And biblically,
So,
I feel that way
here's
too.
the thing.
Yeah.
If I believe that every Christian in the world is practicing that,
Okay.
that don't mean they all like me. That's why I make the statement. I love you. I don't like you.
Nah. Yeah, I can't.
That's
Well,
just
I mean, that's you. Yeah. I can't love everybody.
Do you can you have empathy for anyone?
Sure.
So
Sure.
is that maybe on some level is empathy love?
It can be, but my thing with love is this.
A random stranger you don't like.
I
If
feel like
you saw a random stranger,
I don't
get
love. I tell
hit
you,
by
the
a
levels
train,
of love are different.
I feel like. Well, see, to me, I
you
look
would
at. I
feel
look at love.
horrible.
What about a stranger?
If you saw something bad happen to a complete stranger,
Yeah. I'm probably more inclined to get involved.
or even a complete stranger, like, what if you just were walking down the street and there was like this person that was just like bawling their eyes out, like crying, like
I'm more inclined to get involved. That's me. I don't love them. I don't. But I want to see them not in that state. That don't mean that I love them.
Sometimes you need to mind your fucking business.
Sometimes I do. Sometimes my mother, I told you she did that.
Inside
she said
joke.
that to me.
No, well, this was that I was relating that to another story we
Another
discussed.
story that we talked
Sure.
about
Earlier.
Sure,
yeah.
sure. And
Never
that's
offline.
1,000% exactly. And that's 1,000% right.
But even
I
if,
know what he's saying.
whether you get involved or not,
Yeah.
you can still see someone. And for me, I feel like I feel a sadness. I could, if someone like
Sure.
complete stranger, right? So to me, that is some level of love that I have for this complete
So
stranger.
that's what me and you are on the same.
It's totally
page.
different
You
than
guys,
me
yeah,
like
definitely.
walking over and
Right, and that's what I mean.
So everybody
That's right
expresses
there
a little
what I
bit
mean.
differently.
Yeah.
Like in my
That's
case,
what we saying. That's
No,
what we
and that's
saying.
why I said, but
you, it's like no. I gotta know you to love you, and it's nothing wrong.
Yeah.
both things are true. Not
Bro,
can be true.
bro,
are
my-
true.
I said something. I said something to one of my kids one time when they was getting ready to leave the dance studio, and they seen one of the other people that was dancing there with them. They said, "All right, have a good night, love you," and he said it to another student. And I was like, "Okay." We driving home, I was like, "That's wild, y'all to say that." She was like, "Dad, what you mean? This, that, and the third." And I don't expect everybody to feel the same way I feel about things. I don't. I totally get it. For me, love is one of those things. Like I think that there's certain things that should be reserved for specific things, right? And so I'm more inclined, and y'all both know that if I saw something happening, I'm gonna probably go and intervene and do what I can to stop it. That's just who I am, right? That's more me from the place of, God forbid, if I was in that situation, I would hope that there would be somebody around who could possibly come and assist me in that situation if I needed it. I don't need them. That don't mean I love them. You understand what I'm saying? So
I know what you mean.
that's all I was saying with that situation. Do that means that I want to? Yes, empathy. That's why when you ask that question about empathy, sure.
I actually think that it does mean you love them.
You do, but it's just expressed a different way, and it's show, and we use different wording.
Yeah.
Like for example, I call it love, you call it empathy, strong like, strong concern.
It's an expression.
It's still an expression of love.
Or
At the
back
very
to-
least, it's an expression
Yeah.
of love.
Or
which
back
is
to
love.
like he
Especially because
said.
he don't mind his business sometimes.
Or back
Right,
to
'cause
like
he
he
doesn't mind his
said
business.
about
You need to mind your fucking
biblically
business. Withhold that love.
from the neighbors concept,
Yeah, love your neighbor like you love
Right.
yourself. And neighbor is just people.
right?
That's all that is.
And
It
if
don't
I'm the
mean Miss Geraldine that he's
right,
downstairs.
but if I jump into a situation, I see you under duress, and I help you. My place from that is I would love, God forbid, if one of my kids, my wife, somebody like that, I see a woman, I get involved with it. It's not about love for me. It's more of a principle based thing.
I
on.
think it
It's-
is.
I think it
It's-
is.
no,
my
no,
friend.
It's,
No.
no, it's not about love. It's me wanting to hopefully say that that would come back to me.
Let me ask you this.
Hold on. Let's gotta go. Let's go back to that.
Why are you taking such a hard line and separating love out of this equation?
Right.
Because
Why-
for
why-
me,
why are you
because
pushing so
I just-
hard against
Because I
it?
just told you, love for me is reserved for. I told you the word love for
Because
me
you-
is
because you
reserved
wanna have it
for
reser-
specific
reserved.
people. It's
Right.
reserved for certain.
So-
Okay.
So I like that. But you made
I can't love everybody. Like when I tell my wife, "Baby, I love you,"
I totally
I don't
agree.
want her to feel like, "But my husband said he love everybody."
Right.
I totally agree.
No.
I make it
You understand what I'm saying?
I do.
clear. I make it clear that I love everybody, but my love for you is much different on a deeper level than I say these
Yeah.
things.
Like I want
And
the
I show
best
these
for
things.
everyone,
I understand that, but something.
but that don't mean I got.
But something
You know what I
you
mean?
just
I don't have
said.
dislike though.
Something you just said.
Sure.
You said that as being a protector of a man, woman, child, if you see something and you intervene, if you weren't around, basically is what I'm making sure you said,
Sure.
you would want to get that in return.
He didn't say would want.
He would say,
What was the word that you used? If someone else helped your wife or your daughter in a situation,
Uh-huh.
you said, I would love if someone stepped in and helped them.
right. You made
I would. I would love if
Hold on.
somebody stepped in and
But
helped.
listen to what that is.
What's that?
Love your neighbor like you love yourself. That's basically what that is.
I
brother.
said no, bro. I
That's
said
exactly
listen.
what that
Not
is.
to
in
twist the
shower,
words.
though.
I
Not in the
listen.
shower. You don't
No.
love
I-
the same as you love
No,
yourself. in the
listen what
shower.
I'm saying.
I said-
He's doing it. Listen what I'm saying. Y'all missing the concept. He's doing it, hoping that he will get that in return. because you care so much about who you love, your family.
I said I would love for someone to intervene.
Right.
I didn't say I would love the someone who intervenes.
No.
Yes. I said I would love
I didn't say that.
for someone to intervene.
I know exactly what
I'm
you
just
say.
pointing out that
but
you
what I'm
used
pointing,
the word love.
But what I'm trying to tell
sure.
you, no, but what I'm trying to tell you, bro, is when I say I love everybody, that's just my way of expressing and saying the same thing you saying about empathy, the same way about intervening. I'm just like you because I would want the same thing in return. But I feel like, because I said earlier tonight, that you have to feel it to understand it, right?
Sure.
So when you feel it and you act upon it and you want that in return,
Right.
that is me caring.
Okay.
I want to take the word love out for a second for you to understand.
Well, it's fine. You already made it
Caring
me. You said me. So you're talking about you anyway.
But no, listen, caring enough
Right.
to know that if I do this and show gratitude and be here, for example, it's going to come back to me tenfold. And I believe it does all the time.
That's me. That's fine if that's how you feel, right?
But that's exactly what I'm saying.
Right.
But I'm just using it in the verbal text of what the word says.
So reiterating it again.
Anybody.
So in the concept of loving thy neighbor as you would love yourself.
Yeah.
Concept of it. You are making your neighbor yourself. The equivalent. Safe to say?
Not necessarily.
Whether your neighbors like you, or not. Love thy neighbor as I love. What if my neighbor's not like me?
You have to accept.
Right.
You have to accept things about yourself.
So this is why I'm at with it,
y'all. You have to love yourself, even if there's parts that you don't like.
But the point is we know everybody's not alike. No, we know that.
Yeah, we know that.
And what I said in that situation, that scenario, my daughters, my wife, is I would love for someone
to intervene.
I would love that. I'm not going to tell you I don't. It's not about loving them. I would love that if someone intervened.
No, bro,
that's fine.
I totally understand.
That's what I'm saying. If it's a police officer, it's his job. He didn't do anything outside of the norm of what he was supposed to do.
But he had a choice not to do it.
Not really.
And you care for
he did ethically, but not really in the same token because that's what he was supposed to do. I'm not taking away anything from what he did, he or she. But that was morally something that was job obligated that person did.
We understand completely what you're saying.
I'm just saying, do I have empathy? You asked me about empathy, bro. I didn't bring up empathy. You asked me a question about empathy. And I said, yes, I have empathy for people.
Right. No, but we're not telling you that you have to love the people.
No, it wouldn't matter if you did because I already have my set on it.
No, we know that.
But the reality, like when you said what you have for you, bro, but what I'm saying is the reality of it is me, love is reserved specifically.
Right.
I've said the same thing.
You're attaching this like exclusivity to
very much so
love,
very much so,
and that's totally.
You may not have the same amount of levels, like we said. There's levels to love. Doesn't mean you don't believe in love. You understand what you're saying. What you're saying is,
I said to E the other day. My bad for cutting. I said to E the other day that and the words I used was, non-compliance isn't a refusal, right? If I don't go along with something, it's not that I'm refusing something. What I'm saying to you guys is this. If I have enough, bro, y'all, we keep making a joke about me, like me minding my business, right? And every one of those examples, I had an option. Every one of those examples. Well, I could have went a whole nother way. I could have not intervened. I could have not.
Yeah, that's what we said.
Did any of those things. But what I'm saying to you is, all right. What I'm saying to you is this. I made a decision. I made a decision to go and do the things that I did. It had nothing to do with me loving them people. None of that stuff, right?
We know that.
And what I'm saying is, all right, bro.
We get it, bro.
Well,
finish. Don't finish. We get it.
I made my point on it, bro. We can be
no, go ahead.
All I was saying was simple, bro. All I was saying was, I don't love everybody.
How about this?
That's all.
How about this? Yeah. Here's something you can't argue. Here's something you can't argue with.
I'm listening.
Not that I'm saying that.
No. I know what you mean.
I understand where you're coming from.
Okay,
I do.
I
totally respect the holding love in a place that's special and so it should be exclusive.
Sure.
I'm just saying that I think that love comes in many forms. So,
Right.
but that's fine. But
I ain't against it. Go ahead.
so here's the part that you can't argue with.
Okay. Fair enough.
I see love
Mm-hmm.
in those acts,
Mm-hmm.
in you stepping in and helping a fellow human. I see love in that.
Yep.
Okay. So whether it's not a matter, it doesn't mean that you love that person as who they are, because you don't even know who they are.
Right.
But I do see love energy
Okay.
in that type of act, in helping a stranger. And that's to be admired.
Okay.
So
That's all we said. That's all I'm
So
saying. Same thing. I
I'm
agree.
gonna say this part because I did have another question for you. That's crazy how we did this. So when I had the situation, I
you feel
explained.
me on that?
Sure.
Sure.
I mean, it's your breakdown, bro. I can't say that your breakdown is not accurate. I'm
trying to express some like
I get what-
admiration and like I think that's beautiful.
I think thank you, and I think from the place of once again, I reserve love differently. I know you guys are making a point to say that love has levels, and I'm not saying that love doesn't have levels. What I'm saying to you is the word love to me specifically.
Mm-hmm.
There's a certain people that I would attach that word to. Empathy,
I agree.
likeness. Do I have a respect for wanting to help people? Yeah, all those things. That means that I free willingly just say love and put that into the equation for me. The answer is no, not for me. That's all I'm saying.
I'm not gonna sit here,
but I can't act like
I'm not gonna
that.
sit here and pretend that I use the word lightly,
Yeah.
and with random people. I don't.
Yeah.
And you know what? I sometimes can go a slightly different way, which I know is not healthy, but of withholding it if I'm pissed off.
Yeah.
You know, like to just, I'm not gonna say this or that, or I'm just gonna, like, that's not good.
It's not.
So I hold it in high regard as well. Otherwise, withholding it would mean nothing, right?
To me, it don't make it special. To me, it don't make it. It don't give it a certain type of, like when I was saying before I made a statement before I get to this next question, that I used to tell my kids, I'm not your friend, I'm your father. And it's not from a negative place, because I can be friendly with you. But you're going to have a bunch of friends. You're only going to have one father. I'm cool with that title and that role. You ain't got to call me your homie, because you got homies for that. I ain't got to be your buddy, because you got buddies for that. I ain't got to be your bro, because I'm not your brother, I'm your father. It's a different situation. So, teach his own, right? For me, that's how that is. You know what I'm saying? I'll ask y'all this, man. If you were given the opportunity to have one of each, what would your do over and do better choices be, and why?
Why don't you start off?
A do over and a do better. If I had a do over, I would have talked to people a lot earlier who I know could have got me to see myself a lot clearer. I had my brother. His voice obviously has been in my ear for years. But I think he holds a special place. So when I hear him saying, it's not that I don't value it at a high level, because I definitely do, but I don't think I put myself in enough of that. So if I had a do-over, I would have been around more people who would have got me to see myself better. I would have been around more, I would have physically put myself in more places and do things like that. So that's one thing. I probably would have finished school if I could do a do-over, as far as like when I was in school, for because I think it was a passion, but at the first sign of it changing, I didn't apply myself anymore. And I tucked tail and I got out of Dodge, so to speak. So for me, that would probably be my do-over, as far as like putting myself around a company of other people who saw me, that could help me see myself, or was trying to, and I was tuning them out, blocking them out, or maybe fretful of not trying because of failing or the possibility of it, and doing better. just doing better at the things that I'm working on actively now. I'm just, being more patient, not being as emotionally invested. Or no, I'll take that back. I don't think it's a problem with being emotionally invested. I think it's a problem when you let your emotions that you invest control you. So being in better control of the emotions that I do invest. So that would probably be my do better. And I would say that I would have to ask. I would have to ask those who are around me often some of the things that they see and see if I see those things too. And even if I don't see them, try to actively work towards working on those things, because maybe I'm blinded to it because I'm so thinking it's just me. It's just who I am. Accept me for who I am type of situation. That maybe I missed it, man. Maybe I missed a lot of cues in it. So being more aware, just being better at being more aware of how I can be a better person, not only for me, but probably those who I, have an impact on. So those would be my things.
I went to college. I studied communications, radio, TV, and film, or maybe sports broadcasting. Same way, or like something like that. At the same time, doing that because I would have been DJing. I was DJing since high school, so I would have been DJing whatever college I was at. And that would have had me networking. Probably would have never gotten a rat race at a regular 9 to 5, working in a regular 9 to 5.
That's do over?
That's the do-over.
Gotcha.
And I would have ran with that. And this is all, of course, hindsight thinking, because I see where my life turned out now. Now, I'm not disappointed where my life is at all. But I just would have loved to see what that life looked like, because that place, I just told y'all where my peace was in the DJ booth, things of that nature. But I realized that my personality was key to my whole DJ career. So networking would have led me to meeting people. Meeting people would have led me to business. Business would have led this be me, myself, without working a regular 9 to 5. And I can give you $200,000 under the table.
Oh, hey now.
Hey now.
For something plus another.
Yeah, I like that.
Under the table.
Right.
That's probably where it's going to go down.
You better find that round table soon.
Right.
I need that joint for real. I got to get it anyway.
Yeah, because ain't no under the table without the table.
So right out the table, right? Bullshit.
No under the table with us.
Yeah.
But now, do better. Fitness. I would have gotten the fitness early.
Okay.
I just would have gotten
made that investment early.
Right. I wouldn't have worried
to your
about
health?
Because a lot of times when people drink alcohol, right?
Yep.
Like I'm talking like real liquor.
Yeah.
I heard LeBron James say this one time because he has his tequila out. When you're young, you're just learning. You don't know what the fuck you like. You're just drinking shit.
Yeah, that's a fact.
Throwing up, getting sick.
That's a fact.
Stupid
though.
shit.
You be like,
Right?
I snuck and got this bottle, man.
But at the end of the
trash
day,
too.
At the end of the day, you could have did it with like a sip. We was buying bottles because somebody made the name of it great.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying?
Sure.
But
my bad, bro.
But my point of what I'm saying is, I still would have did that. Now, if I would have did that, still got up and went to the gym the next morning.
Yeah.
Now, fitness, when you go into the gym a lot and the food comes with it. Let me get that right there. Because now you care about what your body does.
Yeah.
That's all.
Yeah, I think it would have went together. Hand in glove. I got you.
That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, that's dope.
Yeah.
Man, I ain't think about it.
Yeah.
No, I'm just you would have made out, you know what I'm saying?
That's
what that's why going first ain't always the best. Cause you get
well, you always go last. So we had to get you first today. See that? He always go last. No, Scotty's going last.
That's a fact. So
why don't you go first? That's what Scotty hit you with.
I don't have an argument. Because you're right. More cases than not, I'm like,
I just feel like sometimes you don't actually even get around to fully answering it.
Maybe that's part of my strategy.
We know what that is.
That's avoidance behavior.
Yeah.
You should talk.
Don't be trying to dodge.
You should talk to somebody
bro.
about
what
that.
What should do over and do better, man? Stalling it out. What should do over and do better?
Well, my do over.
There we go.
I mean, yeah, it's like it's kind of weird to look back at all let me preface with this.
Yes.
It is a mind fuck to plus dome.
Yeah, plus though.
You would hope.
It's a mind fuck to have this type of conversation to where you're like, what would I have done differently, and all these things.
Right.
While you can't ignore that every moment is a crossroads, right?
Right.
And that if you did this differently, well, then all this other stuff could look differently too, and not necessarily in the way that you might have hoped, right? So like
Ashton Kutcher. Butterfly effect.
yeah, put the dog in the bag.
You see what I'm saying?
Fire,
yeah. Firework in the mailbox.
What's going on?
There we go.
If I had a chance to do it again, I wouldn't burn the dog in the bag.
Oh, thank you, man.
And I wouldn't put the fireworks in the mailbox because it blow off my hand.
Butterfly effect. So
I'm just concerned, guys. Putting dogs in bags and blowing up fire.
You should be concerned. These are concerning.
I'm very concerned.
But I wouldn't know.
I'm so glad you guys are good guys, man. You guys are just talking about.
I would do that again, just like I did the first time.
Right.
So I take that back.
Right.
Because I'm going to reserve this for something else.
Right. There you go.
Maybe.
No. Anyway.
Yes.
It's. I find it increasingly more difficult to have that type of thought, reflection, conversation about what if I would have did this differently, because it changes everything. One little move over here changes everything. And who knows, like I'm happy with, certainly, there's
I'm happy with my life.
Yeah, the things that are important.
Right.
Where they are right now and how much they've changed. But a do over, I think about when my kids were younger.
Right.
Okay.
And I was tough on them in ways that I didn't need to be. And it was wrapped up in work at the time and just how that consumed me. And making money and the weight of being the, like holding down the family, like basically the protector, I wasn't the sole breadwinner, but like there can be a lot of weight on your shoulders as a father, as I'm sure as a mother, and all kinds of things. But I let that seep in too much to where I was not as present as I would have liked to have been. So I feel like those changes would have sent things off in a different direction, but with other things. But I would do better at my level of patience and presence with my kids when they were at that younger age. And I would say that age range being my son, I don't know, like 4 to 8, that kind of period of time, where like they're still, they're still so naturally joyful. Anyway, that's what I would do better for sure.
Just to do better, yeah.
Or wait, no, that would do over.
Okay.
What was it? It was do over and then do better?
Sure.
To do better, I'm going to have to, what?
Fitness.
Yeah, I feel like if there was a time where I was, I kind of was better at it, but being active, more active with,
so.
I mean, I used to work out a lot when I was like, I don't know, 16-ish, I started.
Sure.
And then I was like in karate, so like, and then like surfing, so like just more active.
Right.
And if I would like to have like stuck more
active
with that kind of stuff to stay. Not that I'm not active, but I would have been more active if I stuck with those kinds of things.
Yeah.
And yeah, I don't know, like the whole like learning of food and everything, like the stuff that I'm learning now, like where it's like not just the actions. There's like a science to all these things and the timing of all these things. And
right.
Eat and do this and do that. Like And if you start that when you're young and just kind of create a routine
Mm.
and a habit in those things, strong habits,
Yep.
um,
Be in
yeah,
pretty great shape.
yeah.
That's what's up, y'all. Yeah, man.
But instead, nah.
Well, I mean,
Still can get there though.
definitely, man. I think that I think like most things, man, we have the privilege of the past to make better choices in the present. Hopefully, it has a better impact on the future. We'll see. Time only tells.
Well, having the impact that, I mean, I don't know.
You don't know,
I
bro.
like to be
Some
like
stuff-
everything happens for a reason, but sometimes I question whether or not that's even true.
And that's the thing. First off, foxholes, man. Foxholes. I mean, you had this conversation before. There's so many questions that'll lead down foxhole. I'm doing better at stop going down the foxholes. I have to get better at it because if not, bro, you won't go to sleep at night. 1,000 what if questions, and I had to get better at those things. I literally had to talk to my family, and they talked to me, and he was just like, "Yo, you got to stop going down the foxhole, dog. Like, you may not find that answer. You got to find a way to just be at peace with that." So, hey, man, I think it was another positive, on the spot questions, man. I mean, hey, man, I put it out there like this, man. Maybe it's something that you guys, whoever watching it, want to think about, man. What would you do over and do better, be? And the other one, would you rather be loved and misunderstood, or respected and feared?
I would rather be loved and paired up with pretty much anything, except maybe set on fire in a bag.
It's been a great game.
Like a dog.
We'll see y'all later, man.